Well. Good morning, cyber friends. This is Mitty Man coming at you again from Walker's Music with yet another morning motivation. It's been a little while since I've, you know, been sort of off base here recently, but we thank God everything is getting back close to normal now, and we thank God for each and every one of you, and we also give God all the glory. I just want to say, right here, we taking a break right now. I've been working on some stuff for a friend of mine, trying to help one of my deacon friends out in Sunday school lesson on this coming up Sunday and everything. I was trying to do a little synopsis, a summary of everything, kind of break everything down, and as the Apostle Paul was putting it to the Galatians, and those of you that know students of the Bible, you already know what Apostle Paul had told them, who bewitched them that think that they was once been saved by grace. If it started by grace, it's going to end by grace. It has nothing to do with your doing or my doing to about our salvation. And he was also talking about walking in the Spirit and about the fruit of the Spirit. And I'm trying to synopsize everything and break it down. And I'm taking a break from that right now in order to do this video because of tonight. Supposed to be a Bible study. I have all the intentions of doing Bible study tonight. If the Lord say so. I got great intentions of doing the Bible study tonight and everything. Try to get things back on the up and up. Also, the walk through the Word through the year. I must let everybody know I'm already at 2 Kings. I'm just about to finish with 2 Kings, and then I will do another summation from Genesis all the way up to where I am now, bring all the readers of those that follow me up to date. So I just want to say that we are real happy to be able to do these things. One of the things that is saying and I'm going to use this here for this morning motivation, and what the Apostle Paul was trying to let the Galatians know. Apostle Paul said to all of us, really, do not be don't fret yourself because of evildoers. In other words, he's saying we shall reap what we sow. In other words, he said don't become weary in well doing. In other words, whatever you reap, you're gonna reap just what you sow. In other words, whether that be good or bad. That's what the Apostle Paul was letting us know. And he was saying that those that are taught in the Word. Now, let me make something I think that is not, it's implied in the text, but a lot of people don't read it that way. Some of us begin to think it's just one-sided, but it's not. The Apostle Paul was saying that whoever is the teacher of something, the one that instructs, they are worthy of their reward. In other words, if you are receiving something from someone and they are instructing you, therefore helping you to be the best that you can be, you should communicate to them. Meaning what? You should share with them all the good things. And you should not be stingy when it comes to sharing good things with those who communicate with you. That just doesn't mean the preacher. That just doesn't mean the musician. That means whosoever that is sharing and communicating with you to build you up, you should therefore also build them up with your good things that we have. Now, I know a lot of us have a problem with that. It's so sad, though, but we have a problem with that, but we don't mind. In other words, I believe it was Bill Withers. He had a song years ago back in the early 70s said, you keep on using me till you use me up. And see, a lot of us now, we real good at that. We don't mind you doing everything that you can for me. I don't mind you doing that, but when it comes my time to reciprocate, when it comes time for me to do something, then I'm not going to do that much. Shouldn't be that way, people. Shouldn't be that way at all. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But I'm in other words, the Sunday school lesson on this Sunday is going to touch on that main thing there about communicating, meaning communicating, giving to those that teach and instruct, whether it be from the pulpit or from the keyboard. or from the floor. It's just a person that is actively laboring in your cause. In other words, Paul said, have common sense. You do not muzzle the ox to tread out the corn. He said that's basic common sense. Well, I'm sad to say, I think a lot of us have missed that. But at any rate, Many Man just want to say that we're going to definitely try to have Bible study on tonight, 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Blog Talk Radio as usual. And we hope to see some of you there. If not, God bless you. And we're going to go on there. As usual, you know, I'm going to say this here. I got some things that are going on. And I'm going to see it through. I've learned a lot over the years. I've learned a lot through walking with the Lord and Him trying to show me certain things, hard-headed sometimes, but nevertheless, now I've seen and I have walked in the light. And so now I can see things a little bit better. Not saying that I have reached the goal yet, because I haven't, but I've seen some things that need to be attended to. Many Man's intention is to go all the way through. I done been walking now too long to turn around, so that's some things that I got to do. And we are going to trust in God. We're going to put our trust in the Lord, and He will see. He's going to see this thing through. And matter of fact, you know, sometimes, you know, people, you got to understand other people's point. You know, don't be too quick to judge. Even when it doesn't look all that good, even when you're on the receiving end of some of it, but don't be too quick to judge people to say what they can or cannot do, because you don't know. Because, see, you don't know what you will do until you are put in that same situation. Everybody got some things that they need to do. They got an agenda. And if you are on this planet, God put you here for a purpose. You may not know it yet, but there's a reason for you being on the planet. You were put here to solve a problem or to do something. You was assigned to someone or somebody or some people, something. But you were here for a reason. You just wasn't put here because God didn't have no use for you. So what we need to do, in other words, I'm taking this here face value, and I'm going to give it on to you. My aim is to try to motivate. I try to motivate the people that I deal with, and I try to do the best I can. I don't claim to be the best motivator, but I will try to help people any way I can. I've always been that way as far as I can remember, and I'm going to continue to be that way. I'm going to try to help people as much as I can to get them. If I see anything within my power to help them, I'm going to do it. If it's nothing but give them a prayer. You can do something. It's always something you can do. You may not can't give $1,000 to every call, but give $1. Give what you can give. Do what you can do to help somebody other than yourself. Once we become out from thinking about ourselves all the time, we will have the most joy. We will get the greater joy out of life when we find someone outside of ourselves to bless. So with that being said, we're just saying that don't be too quick to judge people. And always remember, try to put yourself in the other person's shoes before you judge them. As the old Indian proverb said, you must walk in another person's moccasins 3 moons before you judge. So now that means 90 days at least, because 3 moons means 3 months. So in other words, that old Indian proverb said you must walk in another one's moccasins for 90 days before you be so quick to judge. Because, you know, it's easy to say what? I can sit here and automatically look at your situation. Oh, you ought to be able to do that. Well, see, when I get in that situation, I will see that it may not be so easy as I thought it would. That's the same thing we just said, people. Be careful how we judge. But at any rate, everybody got their own agenda. You cannot make anybody join your cause. You cannot make anybody do that. Everybody don't have the same calling. In other words, there's some things that you are interested in, other people don't have no interest in it. But in other words, then just remember though what the Paul said in this here Sunday school lesson this Sunday. A man reap what you sow now. So remember that now. In other words, just remember now, anything, if you don't want watermelon, then you don't plant watermelon. In other words, anything that you don't want, you don't plant it. So that means you didn't want any. So in other words, anything that you don't want somebody to do for you, that excuses you from doing it for them. That's the way I look at it. And if you don't want it done to you, then don't you do it. But you got to remember now, when you want that same thing, remember what goes around comes back around. So we got to be careful when we start dealing with each other on the issues of life like that. So this, with that saying, Mitty Man, hope to see some of you tonight in the Bible study. If not, we God bless you, and we'll see you on the next go round. The Blog Talk automatically records the Bible study, so you can always go to Blog Talk Radio /Mitty Man and go to the site, and anything that you miss, you can hear it over again if you want to. If your desire to do that, you can do that. Well, with that said, this is Mitty Man saying until the next video, next Bible study, which is tonight. Peace. Have a good day. God bless you.